What's going on, everyone? My name is Nicholas Merton here at Data Dash, and today is June 2nd of 2020. Well, folks, I hope you all are having a fantastic day wherever you are, and in today's video, we've got a lot of exciting things to talk about as Bitcoin has not only broken back above the 5-digit figure of $10,000, but along with that as well, Ethereum continues to soar alongside a variety of other cryptocurrency protocols as a lot of major upgrades are coming to a variety of networks in the space. So, we're going to be diving into all of this and much more right after our quick sponsor. Our sponsor for today's episode is Bitpanda Pro. Bitpanda Pro is the secure European exchange for crypto to fiat markets. Bitpanda has been offering secure, straightforward, and easy access to the cryptocurrency market in Europe for over 5 years and wants to offer the same service to more experienced traders, users using trading bots, and other advanced clients like cryptocurrency businesses and institutional investors. With the steady addition of more and more crypto to fiat trading pairs, Bitpanda Pro has made itself a convenient, secure, and trustworthy exchange to onboard or cash out easily. Check out the link down below in the description to learn more. Alrighty, everyone, so let's go ahead and spend some time to take a look across the board for cryptocurrency markets. As we can see, over the last 24 hours, not only are the top 3 plays doing well, anywhere from around 4.5 to 6% to the upside, but along with that, the vast majority of cryptocurrency markets are in green territory with very few exceptions. So it's really awesome to see the broader market getting so confident, especially after already having a few significant weeks of upside price action, really over the last few months, all the way back to March. In fact, this is all coming in at a very important time. As Bitcoin breaks above 10,000, we're seeing the mass majority of the gains hold as we hold above the 5-digit even level of 10,000, and also Ethereum pressing up to a big even of $250. This is really nice to see, and it's good to see the follow through across the board on the market. Now, I wanted to share with you all real quick that in 5 days, I'm going to be revealing my startup. I've been working on this for over a year, and I know I've probably pestered you guys a bit about it from time to time. But if you all want to know when it drops exactly, please go to the link down below in the description, fill out this form. You just got to put in your email, and I won't spam you. I just want to let you guys know when it drops. I'm really excited to reveal it to you guys, and I'll share a little bit about it on the channel as well. But all in all, let's go ahead and talk a bit about crypto markets, because going back to this point about the last real 2 months of strength, as we now stepped into June, it's really been about 2 months since we saw this bloody time period for cryptocurrencies. Actually, really less than 2 months if you think about it, right? This is really incredible to think that, in such a short period of time, we saw a dramatic sell-off in crypto markets. This was one of the worst sell-offs we'd seen throughout cryptocurrency history, the worst sell-off day for Ethereum and the second worst sell-off day for Bitcoin. In that same time period, on the opposite end, a little bit longer, I would say, we've come back up to be able to recoup those losses, and crypto markets are back and better than ever. We're pushing very close to testing up to the valuation of $300 billion. Again, another big even level to surpass, but once we get above this level and get past the previous resistance point here and start to set a higher high in this case, and also higher lows, that's the key sign that we're setting up for the next cycle. That 20K for Bitcoin is in our sights for the next coming months to the next year. And then after that, it's off to the races as we break to new highs and continue onward to valuations that we have yet to see. This is exactly what I want to see, guys. And I want to go ahead and just take a look at the charts here because it's all starting to shape up here. So we finally have gotten a daily close above the line of resistance. We have not done this yet. Today is very, very significant because we have for the first time gotten above this line. Now, some people might have their lines drawn slightly different. Some people might say that, we have to see 2 or 3 days for confirmation. Fair point. But as much as I do want to see more volume follow through, most people would probably agree with the consensus that right now we have broken out to a very significant level. Even though it's not a higher high here, it has gotten above that line of resistance. That's the first major step that we need to see for a continuation of the trend here. And after already a good few months of strength here, this is really exciting to see. So again, this is starting to play out exactly how we've drawn it here on the chart. We want to see it rally up here to 11,000, push sideways for a bit, and eventually start to break out here. And again, I say ignore my line here, right, guys? Again, this is showing that we're going to probably come up here to 20K sometime by the end of 2020. I like to keep it conservative and say, as we talked about in our previous video, it could be in Q1 of 2021. Who knows exactly when that's going to happen? But the general gist here is the focus point of making this resistance, coming down, making this support, this yellow line that was previous resistance, and breaking out. Starting to retest towards that high. right? That is going to be the inflection point when institutional capital, when the new retail wave comes. That's when we're going to get the whole new wave of cryptocurrency users and people coming into the space, which I'm real excited about because this is coming at a really important time. There's so many updates going on to a variety of protocols that just happen to be really coming out over the last few weeks. And outside of that as well, you've got a lot of exciting things going on in the broader DeFi ecosystem on Ethereum. So let's just go ahead. We'll take a look at a few more market points here, and then I want to talk about some of those upgrades. First off, Ethereum compared to Bitcoin here, not even looking at the US dollar chart, taking a look here at simply against Bitcoin, pressing up consistently against that resistance, right? Third time's a charm in many cases. Look at the Bitcoin chart, right? We had multiple weeks where we pushed sideways. Ethereum doing something very similar here on the daily chart. Could we get a breakthrough, get up here and make it support and continue higher? Who knows? Taking a look at Bitcoin dominance, you would think that altcoins would be dramatically selling off, and they did a little bit, not so much selling off, but compared to Bitcoin, they did lose a little bit of dominance the last few days. But now here over the last few hours, players like Ethereum, Chainlink, a lot of cryptocurrencies across the board, and XRP as well holding in there. A lot of those different cryptocurrencies starting to lead the way here and lead altcoin dominance higher. Again, a lot of good plays here. Litecoin outpacing Bitcoin, BAT outpacing Bitcoin, Dash, a lot of different cryptocurrencies. So as we continue to see this strength, we've got a good chance here where not only Bitcoin and Ethereum are breaking out against each other's charts, but also altcoin dominance might be able to get above this line of resistance, make it support, and climb higher over the preceding months into the summer. That would be awesome to see. And Ethereum, so long as it's continuing higher against Bitcoin, I'm confident we're going to see a breakout on this chart continuing higher. Now the yellow line, the longer term line of resistance here, that's going to be our next challenge afterwards. But I think we've got a good confidence sign that over the next few months we could see that. Now, the fear and greed index has clearly now flipped over to the greed side. We did it just the other day here at 51 points. However, we've really signaled here that markets are confident as we had the break above 10K. And we're going to continue even higher, in my opinion. I think that as we set up to around 11,000, that's going to be a higher a higher high than what we had previously. And some people might believe that we're going up to something. I've seen charts that point towards us going towards 14K, setting a much more significant higher high, and coming down and possibly making this previous resistance point at 10K, 600, making that support. It'd be really interesting. We could see that. Who knows at this point? I'm going to play it by ear. We're going to see what happens. But I wanted to go ahead and talk about some of this news here, guys. NEO is coming up with an announcement. Sadly, it's going to be after I post the video today. But I just wanted to share it with you all that NEO is going to be coming up with an announcement at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time here today on June 2nd. So a really big thing. If you look at some of the quotes here, Da Hong Fei said, "What will happen when the green teams up with other colors? Stay tuned." So this is really interesting. It seems like it sounds a little bit like an alliance. But again, I don't really want to speak too soon. The thing that makes me think that is the constant mention of it being plural, meaning that you're teaming up with other people. And we've seen a lot of different alliances across the blockchain space, but who knows? We'll see what happens with it. In that regard, taking a look at NEO, price action's looking really nice. We've got significant higher lows here. What I want to see is another significant higher base here, where, for example, once we have a rally in price for NEO, as we continue to move higher, I want to see us eventually pull back down, come up to that higher level support. It doesn't have to be exactly here, and start to move even higher for the continued cycle, right? This is just a very rough sketch up here, guys. Could definitely set up a higher support level, but that general technical pattern is something I've seen before in a lot of markets, and I'd really love to see that hold true here. As we saw the higher lows here, I'd like to see another set of higher lows over here as well. So we'll keep an eye on that as well as it goes throughout the chart. But again, you've seen in the past, guys, NEO and other protocols can rally big time if we get some really exciting developments. And as you all know, in regards to someone we've had on the channel, we've had John Davidos on before. He's one of the heads for development at NEO Global Development in Seattle. Very close friend of mine. I definitely have to say that I'm confident in the work that he's doing alongside the core team at NEO. I know that NEO's had a lot of things that it's had to work out over the last few years, so I'm excited to see if this announcement comes through on some big news and updates for the NEO blockchain. Along with that as well, we've got Cardano coming up with a lot of excitement in the market right now with the upcoming release of Shelly. So again, we don't know the absolute specific date, at least from my knowledge and stuff, on when Shelly's going to be coming out. But we know that roughly speaking, we're getting very close to the release of one of these very important protocol updates for the Cardano blockchain. Now again, I know many of you out there are big fans of Cardano. I know many of you have been curious as to why I don't talk about Cardano much. And the same goes for Neo. Again, I've been waiting for these protocol updates to come through. You know, the thing is, these updates are going to be essential in order to actually get any serious traffic against Ethereum with the momentum that it has. So again, I like all these protocols. I've met Charles. I've talked to Da Hongfei. I think there's a lot of exciting potential here now that we've got these coming through. And it really is what we talked about a couple of years ago. It just took longer than we expected, which was the protocol wars. So we're going to finally possibly get that this time around. A real competition to see if we can get traction on a variety of different public blockchains and different public networks to build the best system possible. And taking a look at ADA, again, a similar kind of pattern here where for multiple weeks we set a significant bottom, a higher significant bottom, and now we're starting to pick up on pace here. I mean, honestly, guys, if you take a look at the chart here, I don't want to just be overtly simplified or get too caught up in the price action now. I got to be fair now, because I've talked to a lot of my friends who are more active traders, who are, again, like myself, they like to trade on the broader cycles when the momentum kicks in. This is looking pretty good. Like the chart right now, it's looking very clear that for over a year, we've had a general set of higher lows here in the market, above the general support range we had back here before we kicked off for the cycle. This is really exciting to see, guys. Again, whether you like these protocols or not, there's a variety of other plays across the board. Litecoin starting to hold multiple weeks of higher levels here, not looking like it wants to revisit back down here. Who knows? It might come back down. This is the general range we were at back here in 2017. Chainlink continuing to hold in to the longer term chart here. Again, you can see here that we've got the line of resistance, the line of support. I think that we've got a very good chance that this could come up and possibly yet again break out against resistance as it's done in the past and continue towards higher levels. So we've got lots of things going on, guys. It's exciting to see. I know it's a very important time for the cryptocurrency space, but I want to hear from you guys. What do you all think about what's going on in the market? Do you have any projects that you've got yourself really excited about right now? I'd be really interested to hear your thoughts about what's going on in the market, what's got you excited. I think that right now, between the extensive amount of protocol updates that we have, as well as DeFi, we've got a very good chance for Bitcoin to climb anywhere from 11,000, which is our kind of conservative target range, up to some of the more the optimistic target ranges of around 13 to 14K. And then after that, coming back down, pulling down for a higher low, and then continuing on towards towards the winter of 2020 into Q1 of 2021, where we'll revisit 20K and have the big kahuna, which is likely going to be the next altcoin cycle. Anyways, hope you all are having a fantastic day wherever you are. If you enjoyed this video, drop a like, consider subscribing, and hitting the bell icon, and I'll see you all in the next video. Stay tuned.